Welcome to math. Let's get excited. It's my favorite time. All right. So, believe it or not, we have finished Unit 1. So, we're going to do a 3-day review before we take our post on it. And this 3-day review will look very similar to the post-test questions. So, hint, hint, pay attention. Try to learn how to do these. We're going to have quick video and it will be a little bit quicker, but if you need to, come back and watch the videos as many times as you need to understand it. Do yourself a favor and watch it till you understand it. Don't just watch it to check it off. So we're going to do a video. We're going to cover problems like these in whole group, and then you're just going to have some questions that you can practice on for independent work. And then Thursday and Friday, we split it into 2 for you guys, so nice job. Thursday and Friday, you're going to take your post assessment. All right, so one of the first things we're going to cover, though, is factors. List multiples and prime or composite. So I'm going to use one number for all of these, and I'm going to pick 15. So here's our number up here. So we're going to use 15 for all of these. So first, for number 15, we have to list its factors. And remember, a factor is just a number you multiply by another factor to get our magic number. So we need to know all the numbers that would multiply to get 15. The easiest way to do that is to think about factor pairs. So those 2 numbers that go together. And Mr. B says always the first one you should be thinking about is 1 times this number. So our factors would be a 1 and a 15, because 1 times 15 equals 15. Easy peasy. 2. And so if you ever forget how to find all the factors, remember you can do the rainbow method. So we have 1 and a 15 over here. 2. Does 2 times any number equal 15? No. Not that I can think of. 3. 3 does. 3 times 5. Ooh, I have more factors here now. A 3 and a 5. Because this is my factor pair. These are just factors, remember? 4 times nothing. And we have 5 here, which means we're done when we have a repeat number. So, we've got all of our factors. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different factors, and the factors are 1, 15, 3, and 5. Next, we need to list the multiples of 15. So multiples are just when you times 15 by a number, you get a multiple of it. So if I do 15 times 2, I get 30. That's one multiple. If I do 15 times 3, 3 15s added up together, or one more 15 added onto here, I get 45. If I want to think of another one, I can do 4 times 15. That would be, the answer would be a multiple. 4 times 15 is either A, you can do the double-double method, and you can have 15 times 2 plus 15 times 2. So we'd have 30 plus 30, and that gives us 60. Or if you want to also just go one more 15 than 3 times 15, that also gets you 60. As you can see, multiples are just going up by 15 every time. So if I add another 15 to this, it's 75. So I might give you a question that says, can you find the multiples of a number? And all you have to do is just kind of go up the multiplication number. So times it by 2, times it by 3, times it by 4. Next we're going to have, is it prime or composite? How do I know if something is prime or composite? Yes, if it has 2 or more factor pairs, it's composite. When we looked at our rainbow, it has 1 factor pair, 2 factor pairs. So it has 2 or more, which makes it composite. If it had only 1 factor pair, it would be a prime. So only 1 times the number is what it always will be. So that is 1 factor pair. All right, I'm going to hit pause. There's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff on the board, and we're going to go over some new problems. All right, welcome back. New question on the board. So I'm going to try to confuse you with some stuff here. Not on purpose, but this is what the book has us do. So I want you guys to follow with me here. So we're going to get a simple multiplication problem like this sometimes. 4 times 6 equals 24. And they're going to try to write it into word form of what it might mean. And they're going to have you figure out which one of 4 times 6 equals 24, which one of these is that? So you have to pick it out, the word problem of which one of these it is. And I'm just going to give you an example, but it might look something like this. So 4 times 6 equals 24 can mean, it could mean that, I'm going to read them all and then I'll go back to them. 24 rulers are 4 and 6 rulers added together. So a group of 4 and a group of 6 added together. 24 rulers are 4 times as many as 6 rulers. 24 markers are 4 markers less than 6 markers. Or 4 markers splits into 6 groups of 24. So we have to go read through these and figure out which one matches with this one, and then we will fill in our dot of which one it is. So I'm going to go through them one by one. Let's start with our first one. 24 rulers, so it's saying 24 rulers, are 4 rulers and 6 rulers added together. Well, most of you guys know that 4 and 6 added together doesn't equal 24. So this is not our answer. So these questions are having you use your detail to really think about it. Let's read this one. 24 rulers are 4 times as many rulers as 6. Sometimes I like to think about this times as actually like a times. Like you can put the x there. Let's read this and see if it matches up with our equation. 24 rulers is 4 times as many as 6, and that equals 24. So 24 rulers are 4 times as many as 6. I think this one matches up with what our thing is, so let's color this one in. Let's just double check to make sure we're right by checking the other two though. Let's not just put one and then go right away. Let's read this one. 24 markers are 4 markers less than 6 markers. So less than means subtraction. So 4 markers less than 6. So if I want to go 4 markers less than 6, I take 6 minus 4, and that's 2. Doesn't equal 24. And we already know that less than there's no subtraction up here, so that one's not it. 4 markers splits usually will mean division. So I can put my divide sign, I'll even put my minus sign, and this one we have added. So I've kind of got all the different signs up here. 4 markers splits into 6 groups of 24. Can I break up, think about that one, can I break up 4 markers into 6 groups of 24? That one doesn't even make sense at all, so that one's not it. So we found out right here by looking for our secret words to match it up, and reading it as it goes. So 24 rulers are the same as 4 times as many as 6 rulers. So that's how we can read those to find out. I'm going to come back with you with one more problem. All right, welcome back. I have a big word problem here for us. So follow it with me here. So it says Corey has 12 Beyblades. Awesome. That is 3 times as many as Tim. Find 2 equations to find how many Beyblades Tim has. So we need to pick 2 equations over here. And the last thing they say is T equals Tim. So whenever you would see a T, that's just saying that's how many Beyblades Tim has. So what we need to do is we need to walk through each one of these equations to figure out if we can find out how many Tim has. But first, let's look up here. Corey has 12 Beyblades. That is 3 times as many as Tim. So that means 3 times, that means more Beyblades than Tim. So Tim has to have less than 12. That's something we can know. So if one of these gets more than 12, we know that's not it. And I see a times in here as well. So when we see times, we're thinking it could mean at least multiplication. So that is an option. It could also mean division if we're starting with 12, because we're trying to go backwards to figure out how many Tim has. So let's look at our first one right here. So it says 12, that's how many Corey has, is 3 times Tim. Well, we just read it right here. 3 times as many as Tim. So 3 times Tim equals Corey's. So this one works out. Let's look at the next one. 12 minus 3 equals Tim. I didn't see less than in here anywhere. So we know that it's probably not going to be subtraction, not an option. Here it says 12 times 3 equals Tim. So 12 is how many Corey has. We'd multiply that by 3 to get Tim's. That's not what this one's saying though, because when we read this one, it says Corey has 12. That is 3 times as many as Tim. So we want to, this would make it more, this would make Tim have more than Corey. We want to have less. So we know that this one isn't it. And this one is saying 12 divided by 3, or 12 divided by 3 equals how many Tim has. And these right here are related. Sometimes when I have a missing thing right here, sorry, let me start that over. When I have a division problem, sometimes I like to call it reverse multiplication, where I can multiply, I just switch this to multiply, and you can get over here 3 times t. So I change this from a divide to a times 3, and you can just erase it like that, which is exactly what we have here. So I have divide by 3 equals t. Or 3 times as many, I need to divide it into 3 different groups to get Tim's. So this one is that too. This one is the trickier one. We will talk about it in whole group. I don't want to take any more time because this video is almost too long already, but I will see you then. Bye!